a lot of people, they want to venture into this. And then there are bills to pay. And they don't even know how to say, okay, you want me to come here, this is the amount that I want. How do you think things like that? And also people say, Shebi, you're doing it for God. Or, you know, the word Shebi, I say, you're doing it for God, so it should be free. So how are you able to?
This is what I say to people. And this conversation, I was having this with some friends on Saturday. And what I said to them is, I don't want to use the word victim, but I've experienced what you just described, where you get invited to sing somewhere, to minister, and after such a beautiful ministration, all you get is a God bless you, which is good. But like you said, there are bills to be paid, and you've even gone for that ministration with a band who have been paid or will be paid after the ministration. So what I say to people is this: every industry has a value chain. I'm a supply chain professional. That's what I do on 9 to 5 every day. And so I recognize the value chain in any industry. So in the music industry, gospel or whatever it is, there are different aspects in that. For those of us that stay on the stage, we don't stay on the stage by ourselves. Before I can stay on the stage, just like we are here, there are the cameramen, the lights, and all of that. Before you even get to the stage, you have to rehearse. So in the music industry, you have rehearsal studios, you have recording studios, you have people that reproduce CDs, you have people that promote. What I say to people is, if you are being called to stand on the stage, you cannot allow people turn you to who you are not.
Yes.
Where I've had cases where some gospel artists will not even go on stage, except they collect their balance. I don't blame them, like you said, there are bills to be paid. But what I say to people, if you are able to make money from other aspects of the value chain, you wouldn't really bother because your bills are paid somewhere else. So you can really do what you do as unto the Lord. And if you go somewhere and you get paid, all good. If you go and you get less than what you expect, all good. If you don't get anything at all. Like I say to people, God pays my bills, He pays my salaries. So if I go somewhere and I don't get paid, I don't even think about it because I have other aspects or other areas of income that I do. Yeah. That's what I would say to any gospel artist.
So since she's talking about the business part, I think you're talking about the business part of gospel music. Is it really for business or not for business?
It's not. So if you say business in the sense of you making money, I personally believe that your gift will make room for you. And so that's why I don't really take it to heart where you go somewhere and people don't give you cash. There are things that money cannot buy that you get. And this might sound like, nah, that one we go chop. but the truth of the matter, as in, is that what I'm going to eat? Is that what I'm going to put on the table for my family? But indeed, there are places where I've been to that I didn't expect to get any financial reward. But at the end of the day, it comes. There are places that I've been told we would give you X amount, but it's X less certain percentage. What I'm trying to say in essence is it balances out at the end of the day one way or the other. So when you have something to fall back on, you won't really take it to heart what comes in Naira and Kobo when you are on the stage. All right. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, if you're doing it for God and you're doing it, you know, because you love doing it. So how do you, like people, how do you pay your producers? How do you pay people that your backup singers?
At least money must come from somewhere.
So that's why I said in the music industry, you must identify that portion of the value chain. For example, a lot of people think it's only staying on the stage that you make money from. For example, there's a concert that I organize by the grace of God every year. Before we can stand on the stage on the day of the concert, we've had series of rehearsals. And we pay to a regular rehearsal studio is 10,000 naira for about 4 hours. We've used rehearsal studios that we paid about 30,000 naira for 4 hours. Yes, in Lagos. When you go to record a song, the cheapest sometimes you can record a single song is about 100,000 naira. If you're looking for a good producer. So what I'm saying in essence, so you can imagine somebody that invests in such area,
Yes.
like maybe a rehearsal studio,
Yes.
and there are different grades. So there are those ones that are 8,000, there's those ones that are 30,000. Somebody might say, oh, but I don't have the money to set up one. Today in Lagos, if you just in a room in your house, set up a good space that people can come and rehearse and record, before you know it, with social media adverts and all of that, you will get a good patronage, and you can make money that way. And a lot of people might hear this and say, oh, why is she talking like that? But that's my advice, because I'm in the industry and I've been exposed to what we've just described, where you go out there, you sing with all your heart, and you get nothing out of it in terms of financial reward. So you must be able to have a place or an avenue where you are sure. Some music ministers have training schools where they train people. They go from houses to houses, training people, voice training, piano lessons, and all of that. So look at, some just do like replication of CDs. And that one, you don't even have to set up your own space. You can just like do the marketing, get the jobs in. And if you do a good job, because there are times where I had to do my CD replication outside Nigeria because I couldn't get a good job done in Nigeria. But now there are people that do those things. So there are different aspects where you can make money. And you can look at the person and say, oh, this is how much I'm collecting. And nobody can judge you to say, Shebi is for God. And a lot of people might say, oh, I don't have any avenue of expression. But the good thing, we have the social media. And anybody can go on social media and do anything in your room. I can sit down in my room and sing and post it. And nobody is going to ask me why I did. So we have a fantastic opportunity in this time where you don't need anybody to give you a platform. Create that platform for yourself. Do what you do. Do it well. And then you see, I didn't even know she listened to the song For My Good.
For My Good.
Yeah.
So I can sing it, but I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to.
The song talks about everything working together for our good. You know, there are times you are going through something and you're like, why is this happening to me? But then when the whole episode is over and you look back and you're like, oh, it was good that I went that way. It was good. And so that's what the song is about. And it says, for my good, for my good. Things are working for my good. Doors are opening. Change is coming. Things are working for my good. Very simple.
Yeah.
For my good. For my good. Things are working. Things are working for my good. Doors are opening. Change is coming. Things are working for me.
Oh, for me. You can join us tomorrow for another exciting episode of Tea or Coffee.